Hi, my name is Naira. I would like to share my poem. The poem is named Ayy Que Milagros. Please add me on IG, iNaira, as well on Facebook, iNaira. And Ayy Que Milagros is also a business that I'm branching off. Also at my small business, iNaira East 13. Anyway, back to the Ayy Que Milagros. This is the reason why I wrote this poem. It's inspired by my mom. Her middle name is Milagros. And basically, this poem is just telling you a little bit about my life, my background, and my mom's life, and the reason why I started the brand in the first place. Okay, here it goes. Let's do that over again. Okay. I was that girl that slept on EAU's cold floors and people walked over on. Yet still, I try to find more from the floor till dawn. I was that girl whose family was humiliated and had a picture posted up all over New York City walls for homelessness. My mom's loneliness and brokenness made her mindlessness. She built pointless relationship and tried to find the right love in all the wrong places. My mom became faithless because her subconscious was taught marriage with children is the one and only biggest blessing, and she failed at it. She hid her talents and put her children first. She tried her best, but things got worse. A Puerto Rican woman who had no choice but to outburst. She struggled and continuously had failed relationships that came in and out. I was that girl who watched her mom cry and hate herself. For love, she started to doubt. She was a woman who felt she barely had time. She was a woman who barely knew English but made it through the chaos of New York City street just fine. My mom was tricked by pricks that later called her a ghetto Puerto Rican spick. I was that girl whose mother was judged for being on welfare and living off the government. I was that girl who watched her mom worked overnights at McDonald's with very little pay, but couldn't wait to get us a Happy Meal treat. She knew it would make our day. I was that girl who had a mom that was judged for raising her children all alone with no real family or fatherly help. I was that girl who was abused by mom because at the age of 5 she could only count on me. Man, I wish I knew how that felt. I was that girl that still hears it's her fault because she couldn't keep her legs closed. I had a mom who had 5 children by the time she was 23 years old. My mom was my hero that walked with all of her sins proudly, made sure she had her shit under control. I had an OG mom who learned life the hard way. I was that girl who mom fed us sugar and water as an entree. Not because she had a choice, but because she was also abused and manipulated by useless men. I was that girl who remembers gun pointed and robbed for the only TV my mom could afford. But they yelled, hit, screamed, and took the television as a form of reward. I was that girl who saw a father steal Pampers and Similac from his own baby boy. He knew how to bring joy but also sold his kids' toys for fixing his vein. I was that girl who watched her brother wait and look out his window for a father that never came. I was that girl who watched her mother get beat and raped for a pack of food stamps to be exchanged. My story is no exaggeration. I wish you knew my pain. I'm that girl who went from school to school and lived in all boroughs of New York City. I was that girl whose gullible personality was mistaken as a door to be molested because I was pretty. I was that girl who believed in fairy tales because her mother lost hope long ago. I was that girl who mom displaced her anger and mistakes on. I am and was always called her twin. Even she rejected it, that thought, because she did not want me to repeat her scene. But now she's gone. And I'm that girl who loved her mother regardless of the mistakes. She taught me early that we all are human and eventually pain will fade. I was that girl who saw her mother turn all her pain into a positive testimony. I was that girl who stood by her mother's side until she became an angel to later rest in peace and harmony. I'm that girl who still battles every day yet lack very little sympathy for those that always complain. I'm sorry for being so careless about your pain. But unlike you, I'm ready to break this chain. I'm that girl that will not be suppressed or depressed. I would live a life my mother thought was a dream. So stop misunderstanding me. My life is also a testimony. I'm just a girl who wants to believe in fairy tales and a life full of cruelty.